Hello everyone, and welcome to Damien's Reviews. Tonight, we're reviewing an OG classic malt liquor. Well, what could that be? That would be Old English 800 malt liquor in this plastic 42-ounce looking soda bottle. Just doesn't make the same sound as glass. And also has the cold when indicator, and if it's blue, means it's good and cold. Like, in all honesty, I couldn't just grab it with my hands and feel as though it was cold enough. Don't insult my intelligence. But anyway, all that aside, this was introduced in 1964 as Old English 800 brand malt liquor. However, it does have some origins all the way back to the late 1940s with Ruff's Old English Stout malt liquor. And then it was brewed by People's Brewing Company, and they were out of Duluth, Minnesota. And then it got rebranded as Old English 600 when it was sold to Bohemian Breweries out of Spokane, Washington. And then also it became under the control of Blitz Weinhardt of Portland, Oregon, where it then became Old English 800 malt liquor. Now, if you look at some of the old advertisements for it, particularly the old labels, they are pretty cool. I'm not going to go into all that, but if you want to check them out, they're out there and they're on the internet. So, it I've had a rough week, so if I have a brain fart, please excuse me. So, Blitz Weinhardt had ended up selling to Pabst Brewing Company in 1979. So from 1979 to 1999, it was a Pabst brand, and it used to say on the cans charcoal filtered. I have a 10-sign poster over there on the wall where it shows a 40 ounce of Old English 800 malt liquor, and on the label it says charcoal filtered. So if you ever see one of those, yes, at one point it was charcoal filtered. And then now it's under the control of Miller Coors. So it's 164 calories and it's 5.9% ABV. And then the ingredients, it's water, barley malt, corn syrup. They use maltose and dextrose. And then they use yeast and then hop extract. So this malt liquor is very popular and it has the crown because apparently it's the king of malt liquor, like Budweiser's the king of beers, as they say. So I've had this malt liquor plenty of times before, so let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open and get into the review. Yeah, here in Tennessee, stuff is starting to reopen. We're starting to get life back to normal, and honestly, it's about fucking time. So as always, it's going to go here in the big mug. Ooh, likes to pour right out of there. Okay, so we have a super thick white head. It's clear, like a nice golden color with lots of streaming bubbles. So in the glass, it looks really good. So let's go ahead and go with the aroma. All right, so it's got just a typical regular old beer smell. It's just more rich, and it's definitely a lot sweeter. So you get a lot of rich malt, definitely some graininess. The graininess is like a little corniness, but it's predominantly more malt forward, but there is some graininess there. Definitely get some breadiness, like some white bread crust. There's also some hop action in the aroma, but it's not super prevalent, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. Cheers. Alright, so the taste profile, it follows the nose to a T. So up front, you get a lot of malt sweetness. And then in the middle, you get a little corniness, a little graininess. And then in the middle, there's also a really good amount of white bread and white bread crust. And then in the end, it's got a fairly decent hop bitterness, but definitely more malt forward and more on the sweet side. And then to finish it all up, it is very crisp, clean, refreshing. Super dry, and the drinkability is, well, very superb. The body and mouthfeel are definitely on the light side. Not light and watery, but definitely light. So, if you want just a regular old beer tasting malt liquor, just with some extra richness and more on the sweeter side, with a little bit heavier body as compared to regular old beer, but still just the just regular old beer taste with just a little extraness that comes with it. You really can't go wrong with it. And plus, it's been around for well over 50 years, and it's withstood the test of time. I mean, hell, it is one of the OG classics of malt liquor. Look at that, like my foam mustache. It also has some popular cultural references, like the Easy E 8 Ball. I don't drink Brass Monkey. Like to be funky. Easy E, you 8-ball junkie. You know what I'm talking about? Then it also goes on to OE 800. Yes, that's my brand. Take it in a bottle 40 quart or can. Drink it like a madman. Yes, I do. Fuck the police and the 502. You know, so it's definitely got some rich cultural references, and a lot of people know about it. So how would I rate this? Well, there's nothing off or bad about it. It's just, regular old beer. For the style, it's an excellent representation. So, for the style and its class, it's definitely a solid A. I'd give it like a 93 out of 100. Here in my area, you can only get them in these 42-ounce bottles. And I picked up a couple of them for a good price, and that's going to be my Saturday night drink after the week I've had. And, everything's reopening and things are getting back to normal, and this craziness is going to ensue. Yeah, this is going to come in handy. So I hope you all enjoyed the review. Sorry if I botched that Easy E song, but, that was just for cultural references and for historical purposes. So stick around, there will be more, and as always, you all have an excellent one, and cheers.